The kind of impact an artificial superintelligence will have is difficult to predict. It could be for the good of humanity with the start of a new age of abundance where everyone lives in a prosperous utopian society.
This really will be a world of abundance. Any goods and services will be available to anyone who wants them. That it'll be so cheap to have goods and services, it'll be ridiculous.
On the other hand, it could make our lives considerably worse, making the world a strange dystopia where the gap between the rich and the poor is exaggerated, far beyond anything we have ever seen before.
This huge increase in productivity is going to make much more money for the big companies and the rich, and it's going to increase the gap between the rich and the people who lose their jobs. If the profits just go to the rich, that's going to make society worse.
The power and wealth of the rich could be amplified and leave everyone else at the mercy of the few who control the powerful AI gods. Some people theorize that in the post-AGI world, money is irrelevant. That is absolutely wrong. The social status game of wealth and power that humanity has been playing for millennia is not going to magically disappear. In the future, there could be less poverty overall, but money for the purpose of status and power will likely never go away. Money is and will be at the center of everything. Building sophisticated AI technology is not cheap, and only people with lots of resources will be able to build and access it. Eventually, they control the AI that the rest of us get. The AI that is released publicly is certainly way dumber than what the AI labs have internally. Not to mention the overly restrictive guardrails and biases these models have. Evidently, ChatGPT and Claude favor certain political ideologies. This became apparent when models criticized Trump upon request but refused to criticize Kamala Harris. Now, this could have happened accidentally because the training data used could make the models biased, but I wouldn't put it past them if they lie on purpose and spread propaganda. Speaking of propaganda, the Chinese models are also very biased. Go ask DeepSeek or Quen about human right violation of Uyghurs or the Tiananmen Square incident, and you will see what I mean. Humanity must take this seriously, because if the dystopian future is not prevented before it's too late, change might become impossible.
I worry about economics and the concentration of power. That's actually what I worry about more. When things have gone wrong for humans, they've often gone wrong because humans mistreat other humans. Maybe in some ways even more than the autonomous risk of AI or the question of meaning. That is the thing I worry about most. The concentration of power, the abuse of power, structures like autocracies and dictatorships where a small number of people exploits a large number of people. I'm very worried about that.
And AI increases the amount of power in the world, and if you concentrate that power and abuse that power, it can do immeasurable damage.
Yes, it's very frightening. It's very frightening.
The biggest issue with the way AI is being developed is that you need a ridiculous amount of energy and compute to train models. Only the likes of Elon Musk can spend billions to build colossal GPU clusters, but fortunately you don't need billions to run the models because after models are trained, you can use them with relatively cheap GPU costs. That's why companies like OpenAI make their models available for free. And at the same time, a lot of open source models are freely available for anyone to use. Open source was obviously big trouble for closed source companies like OpenAI and Anthropic. OpenAI started to lose their lead as eventually everyone caught up. And OpenAI, being the legendary lab, came up with the next big thing, chain of thought. They released O1, which is a new paradigm of reasoning models. These models think step by step and try multiple ways of solving a problem. A few months after releasing O1, OpenAI announced O3, the next generation of the O-series models, which crushes benchmarks in code, math, and science. O3's performance, specifically on ArcAGI, was remarkable. This is a benchmark specifically designed as an AGI test. The average human gets 85 on this test, and if an AI gets more than that, it is considered AGI. Well, O3 got 87.
I mean, literally everything that we see is that the more compute we apply, the better our models get, and we don't see that tailing off.
O3's amazing performance left an important detail unnoticed: how much it costs. To get 87 on the RKGI benchmark, O3 costed around $3,000 for a single question. And for the whole test, which has 100 questions, it costed around $300,000 in total. The O series models clearly show a trend of more money equals smarter models. Astronomical cost means that the best AIs will be unavailable to most people. These models will only be used by the wealthy, and everyone else will probably get cheaper and dumber AIs. You might not care if the AI model you use isn't the smartest in the world, but being first to AGI is very important. Once recursive self-improvement and a possible intelligence explosion gets going, AI will have the potential to give unlimited power to a few people that are in the steering wheel.
Oracle co-founder Larry Ellison predicts AI surveillance will be part of our everyday lives in the future. During a recent Oracle Q&A, Ellison said AI will soon play a major role in monitoring society through a vast network of interconnected cameras, including security systems, police body cams, and vehicle dash cams.
Everyone would see it. Your body cams will be transmitting that. The police will be on their best behavior, because we're constantly recording, watching and recording everything that's going on. Citizens will be on their best behavior, because we're constantly recording and reporting everything that's going on.
What happens post-AGI is hard to predict, but most likely, by the time costs have come down and everyone gets access to an AGI system, the elites will likely have a vastly superior superintelligence. The kind of advantage you would get by having a super intelligent system is hard to imagine. The person who controls it will have a scary level of power over everyone else. Considering this and many other risks that AI poses, we need to carefully assess how much power we are allowing AI labs to gain. This was the AI Inquiry. We explore the fascinating and sometimes scary world of AI and what our future might look like with this technology. If you are fascinated by AI like myself, subscribe for more videos just like this.